Okay, well, now I've got my hair dry. I'm loving my new haircut and color. This was the first time I've gotten to wash it and really see what I'm dealing with, and I like it. So it's just kind of like a 90s vibe when I part on the side and 70s when I part in the middle. But anyway, so I figured I'd come back in here and finish up my makeup with you guys. So this Seint Beauty Makeup has really changed my life, y'all. Highly recommend, highly recommend. And I know that I'm still learning, always learning. I'm a teacher, so teachers know we're always learning. But you know, I've got all this sun damage, radiation damage down here, but I'm really working on trying to get my skin as healthy and balanced as possible. So the Korean skincare, so far so good. I'm really loving it and excited for a few more products that are coming in. And I also have a few more products from Seint coming in. I ordered some other colors for color correcting just to see, you know, how different ones work on my skin. The Demi makeup, so I'm learning about that as well. But today I'm gonna finish up, and I don't have much coverage on. I mean, you can't see my makeup. I'm looking in a magnifying mirror. I brought mine in here today, and it just looks like skin. I mean, you can't see it. That's what I like about it. And it's not, you can make it a full coverage, but of course I haven't. You can still see my freckles and whatnot popping through, which is kind of what I like. Anyway, still got this little bit of a bruise here, just healing up. And I don't have the right color corrector for that, so it's just gonna be there for a while. But anyway, let's see what I want to do with my eyes today. So I've got these two colors with the Seint Mama and Bend and Snap. So we'll see what they can do for me today. Let's see. I'm going to, I don't have a primer on my eyelids. Let's see, I guess I could put one on there. Let's just do this BB, just a touch of it. Y'all know what I forgot to do today? My sunscreen. And I am going to go to a softball game later today, so I'll have to put a little on at some point. But yeah, let's see, I'm still learning different makeup brushes at almost 56 years old. I've never been, you know, one that really used a lot of different ones until recently. So I'm gonna go in with this Mama, and I just like to keep it light most of the time with a little natural color. I do have the hooded eye. It's probably from years of doing this, because I have known in every picture to be raising my eyebrows. That excited look. I don't know, that's what I figure anyway. Or years of waxing. I used to get my eyebrows waxed, and I often think that pulling on that probably did some elasticity, early elasticity damage. But you know, it's life. We live our life. And we, sometimes our skin is just the story behind it. It's the history, if you will. So that's why I say you can tell I was a 70s kid. baby oil and iodine, Crisco, and aluminum foil. If you know, you know. Even better. Okay, just a light touch there. I'm going to just do a little, I'm really more into brown eyeliner, but I've got this e.l.f. Black that I used yesterday, and just smudging the inner lash line in the corners there. And I liked it yesterday, so I want to do it again. I know that a lot of people say over 50, throw away the black eyeliner. And I agree, I like, you know, a lot, I like the browns, and I've got a nice brown on its way. And I've got some browns, but like I said, I did this yesterday, and I liked the way that e.l.f. product went on, stayed on, and I just did the corners just to enhance my lashes a little bit, and it worked. So I thought, well, I'm gonna use that product. And then I've got my mascara. Sometimes I do brown, sometimes I don't. So this is black. I don't have a lot of lashes right now, although they are growing, thank God. So I'm gonna do black today. But I have a brown brow gel that I use, and you can also, it's from Thrive Cosmetics. You can also use it as a mascara. So sometimes I do that. I probably should have curled these lashes on this side, because I think I slip on this side, which, you know, I know it's not good to sleep on your face, but I had my chemo injection yesterday, and the night before I didn't get much sleep, and I just needed to sleep and not worry about what I was smashing. All right, so that's that. I'll do a little bit of the brow gel. Thrive. This was just the Maybelline Colossal, one of my new faves. I got a few white brows popping in. I was plucking them, and now I'm like, I don't want to pluck them. I need all the hair I can get. So I just put this brow gel on, and it covers them temporarily. Okay. All right, let's see what we're gonna do with the lips today. Let's see. Got so many options. What is this? Oh, that's just my clear Thrive. Should have had that on for a while. But I've had some Korean on this morning already. Bomb. All right, let's do some of this lip. Trying to remember which pencil. I mean, which brush. All right, I am really liking this black cherry. Look how dark it looks, but it's not that dark. It's kind of blending in with that last little bruise I have there and there from my filler. Thank goodness my lips are, the swelling is going down. Starting to get a little normal. Okay, probably the next day or two. They feel, I mean, pretty good, but I know there's a little bit of swelling still in there. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to, I did my workout this morning. Now I just got to get a few things done around the house. So I'm gonna do that. And if you have any suggestions, comments, questions for me, please feel free. Choose joy. All right, so I've got another little tag to add to this video before I edit it and post it. I am going to put my sunscreen on before I go to this softball game, and I'm going to add a little more coverage, because when looking at that last part of this video that I just was about to edit, I don't know, on video, my skin looks a lot different than it does just looking in the mirror. So, but anyway, I'm gonna add a little bit more coverage after I do apply my sunscreen. But before that, I just checked the mail and I have a package. Guess what? I'm glad I looked at that. It's not for me. It's my neighbor's. Okay, so let me go take this to my neighbor. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, we often get one another's packages and mail delivered to our house for some reason instead of theirs. Our addresses are a little bit similar, but still, it's crazy. And actually, they've never returned a package or mail to me that has been left with them, but I've gone to their doorstep and retrieved my packages. They seem to probably work from home and they just don't go outside. Like you only see them driving to their garage, close it and drive out. They have people that come to do their lawn and come to clean their house, and it's kind of strange. They just don't get out much. So, but I have taken things to their house and rang the doorbell. They never come to the door, and I just leave it on the doorstep. But today, not only did I have that package of theirs, but there was a letter as well. So I took it all there. I was going to just put it in the mailbox, even though I don't like to open people's mailboxes, but their mailbox was full. So I walked up to the doorstep, and before I could even think, I rang the doorbell, and then they had this little sign that said, please do not knock, ring the doorbell, or any of that stuff. No solicitors, let's not make it weird. So anyway, I left the package in the mail on the ground in front of the door and left. But there have been times when we've received like their power bill, different things like that. And, you know, it's like things they need, I know. So I would put it in the little flag of their mailbox so they could see it. And it'd be days, if not weeks, before they would ever get it. I mean, it would get rained on, everything else, but kind of strange. Like, they're making it weird. But anyway, I'm always going to give someone their package. I'm not going to keep it. So, hopefully. And we have had things like statements and bills that we never received. Water bill, things like that. And I'm quite sure it probably got stuck in their mailbox and they just threw it away. Not every neighbor's as neighborly, which is fine. I get it to an extent. All right, so I'm just going to put this sunscreen on over the makeup I applied today because I'm getting ready to go. My nephew is a coach at a local high school for softball and baseball, and it's softball season. And I think I mentioned this earlier. I don't know if everything's going to be on this video that I've done today, but we're going to cheer on his team. And I'm going to be in the sun. I've got to protect this skin that I've neglected for so many years and that has been exposed to radiation for cancer treatment. And then y'all know I'm a bougie beach bum. So, and I grew up before sunscreen. So anyway, the damage is there, and you know, the last decade or so, I've tried more to protect my skin, but that damage that's been lying underneath, that's been dormant, as you get older, it pops its ugly head through, rears its ugly head. What's the saying? And it says, hello. But you know, I don't regret my fun in the sun. So just trying to, you know, be a little smarter about it these days. Always get those ears. Don't forget the ears. I had a good friend that her dad he was a farmer, so he had cancer on his ear and had to have his whole ear removed. And when I go to City of Hope Cancer Center for my treatment, I often see people, usually men, where they have bandages over their ears. You can tell they're being treated for a skin cancer or something that's on their ears. And I saw this sweet lady yesterday when I was there. She had this big patch on her face. And I always, when I see those patches like that, it usually indicates that they've had some kind of melanoma or something removed. So it reminds me of how vulnerable we are, especially Caucasians, to the sun. And of course, any ethnicity can get skin cancer, but the less pigment you have in your skin, the more vulnerable you are. All right. Or at least that's what we've been told. Okay. So let's see. I'm still learning this stuff and still get a little nervous for some reason when I'm getting ready to do this stuff. I don't know what color I'm really supposed to be putting on these, this melasma. Even though I've tried to look it up, I just forget. You know, it's like I need a chart at my dressing table. Maybe that's what I need to look for, a chart. And print it out. But anyway. All right, we're going to do some bronzer. Kind of like a contour. Bronzer contour. Probably should just wear a hat to the game. Possibly may do that. I'm just kind of mixing this Cedar and Bella, this bronzer and contour, and just putting it wherever I feel like it. Now I'm putting the, I think it's Hazel. Yeah. I did exfoliate today and do my, what do they call it? It's female shaving, I guess. Dermaplaning. Did that today, so my skin's really fresh and smooth. So that's good. Okay. Try to do some. Figure more foundation I have on today out in the sun will really maybe help with the protection as well. My husband has gone now to clean my car. He got the oil changed and washed, and when I say clean, he's a great detailer. He does it all. my son's car that he's been driving since my son has moved to New Jersey for school and didn't need to take his car. So my husband's driving his car, and he cleaned it up today, but then he came home and grabbed mine. He's cleaning it up. And so as soon as he gets back, it'll be about time for us to go head to the game. So I don't know if I'll get this video. I probably will just edit it and have it scheduled to go out tomorrow, so you'll be seeing it later than it actually happened. But I like to do that. Okay, I'm gonna turn this little light on, see if it helps me see what I'm dealing with. Maybe I need to open this window blind. Okay. All right, let's blend all of that. I don't think any of my neighbors can see in this window. They're looking at me like, what is she doing? I'm contemplating on changing my channel to Shenanigans. But I don't guess I will. Sounds like the garage is going up, so I think my husband is here. Hang on. Yeah, he'll be coming in thinking, what is she doing talking to herself? But I'm almost finished here. Just do a little blush since I added more foundation. I think my fingers might do that better. Yeah. And some illuminator. Like that. Black cherry on the lips and cheeks. Call it a day. Choose joy.